Well, being the actor that I am now, being classically trained, having gone to school, and, trained in stuff like Shakespeare and even classical Greek and whatnot, eventually a guy's got to dress up like a girl. And while I'm very straight, while, I could get a line of about 3 or 4 women in here to tell you how straight I am, the bottom line is, in that first time that I dressed up like a girl, I discovered it's a really freeing experience.
So I really don't know what's going on with Steve. He was. I met him that day at the casting audition, and he's been MIA. He hasn't shown up to any of my rehearsals. He hasn't returned. I don't even think he's returned Mark or Dave's calls. I don't know what's going on with him. I think I said this early on, that they need to let him go and find a replacement for him, because he can't dance. I don't think he can act. I don't know what he's bringing to the show.
This is my sandwich. There are many like it, but this one is mine. My sandwich is my best friend. It is my life. I must master it as I must master my life. My sandwich without me is useless. Without my sandwich, I am useless. I must eat my sandwich true. I must eat more than my enemy who is trying to eat me. I must eat him before he eats me.
Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you, when is Steve supposed to get out of jail? Because I've been trying to work skits around him, and I don't know.
He's been talking back and forth with his lawyer. I don't know. He insists that it's all a misunderstanding, and that it'll all come out. However, they're not even allowing him to post bail. So they must have something that he's not telling us about.
I've heard that he has been hanging with some wrong people, and he got himself in such a predicament. From what I heard, those are the rumors, that he is doing crystal meth. And possibly he's got a boyfriend now.
But I'm not one to judge. I mean, he's an actor. I don't know him personally.
He's a good dude. Just don't invite him for dinner, man.
I don't know which things happened first. Him coming out of the closet, becoming homosexual. I can't even say it right. Or the meth happened first, because apparently what meth does, once it's in the system, you just want to fuck for hours, and the orgasm's supposed to be like amazing. I would know nothing about it, but yeah, either way, something is going on, and he just stopped returning my emails, phone calls, texts.
You know what? I have nothing against homosexual activities, and I have nothing against meth. But I do think that there's a time and a place. And I don't know that Cul-de-sac is that time and that place. If he wants to snoot up a bunch of go-fast and go to West Hollywood and get his butt banged, that's his business altogether. But if it's going to try to be sort of weaved into our script, it's another thing. It's like the gay thing. How many television shows today have like a gay couple? And the whole Ellen thing, like 10 years ago.
Again, and I know I heard things like it was a paper boy involved, and an underage girl, this kind of jamboree kind of. I don't know the details. And again, I don't know if any of it's true. I just want him on set. I enjoyed him on the show. I thought he brought something to it.
Yeah, Steve brought a lot of energy to the show. He brought a lot of real lecherous energy, which was interesting. It was fun. Never had my tits stared at so much.
But I wasn't asking for a gossip, to spread more gossip. I just want to know if I can look forward to him joining the season or not.
I think
he's
as
going
soon
to
as
a hard time. I've heard things about Steve. I heard Steve is engaged in strange, very sex club activities, orgies, tranny action. And again, I'm not judging. I've been there myself many times. But it's affecting his work. He's not showing up. Yeah, and again, there's rumors of drug use, drug addiction again.
I think as soon as this clears up, I mean, even if, he gets I don't know, what ankle bracelet or whatever, as long as that's not in the shot, or maybe you want it in the shot, who knows? But it's hard to say.
He's using the fat thing, and he's using the gay thing, and he's using the drug addict thing, which are so tired. I mean, audiences are sick of that sort of like standard, spoon-fed ideology.
He's either gone for a long, long time, or we'll probably see him shortly.
Well, I don't know him personally, so I don't know if those allegations are true.
There is a rumor going around that I have been absent from the show, from the community of the show, because of methamphetamine abuse. And that rumor is also attached to allegations of participating in gay leather sex. To call it gay is a misuse of the word, because you said homosexuality activities. I mean, what if I'm the one doing it? But since I am indeed, Steve's left hand, I don't know. Does that count? I don't know if that counts. Is it getting warm? Is it warm in here?
You never know. But I'm just saying, I hope they're not true. I hope he can join us again for the premiere season.
My sandwich and I know that what counts most in this war is not the condiments or the side dishes nor the beverages. We know that it is the fillings that count. We have many fillings. My sandwich is delicious because I am delicious. Thus, I will treat my sandwich as a brother.
Hi, Steve.
Hey! Hi, guys.
Man, good to see you. Where have you? Whoa.
Hi, Ania.
Hi.
So, Steve, what's this?
I was saying hello to Ania, Mark. Hello, Mark. Hello, Ginger.
Hi.
Hello, Dave.
What was all of that about? About Steve returning to audition? I mean, first of all, the guy just disappears, and then he just like, hey, I want to audition for the second. Like, I did not understand. He was weird. He was so creepy.
Steve, I'm a little confused because I haven't heard from you in months, and all of a sudden I get a call that you're demanding to audition for a show that you're already on.
Yep.
How does that work, man? Why? I don't understand.
You've made it a little unclear about whether or not I'm on. So I figured I'm going to come back in here. I'm going to show you what I can do. Remind you why you hired me in the first place, Mark.
See, and this is unprecedented. Never in the history of, I don't think, any kind of production has there ever been an actual casted member, a member of the cast, who needs to audition for season 2 of the show he's already on.
What I thought about Steve returning to audition, it's almost like having a weird uncle. And if this cast had to have a weird uncle, it would be Steve. Now, is he comfortable to be around? No. Is he supremely talented? Absolutely not. Does he bring that much to the table? Mm-mm.
A big gay bear? We love that shit.
Be you.
I
Be
mean,
you.
I like to think I'm me.
this premise in and of itself is like, what, 3 episodes? I mean, it's extra large.
Extra large.
No, I didn't mean...
I get it, David.
I didn't mean it was... I meant
I get it,
it's
David.
a substantial-
You're making fun of me because I can't fit
Storyline.
into your jacket.
Has Steve been an object of ridicule, and do we humiliate him? Do we marginalize him? Do we make fun of Steve? Yeah, we do. And why? Frankly, it's a lot of fun.
I mean, but we work with it. That's what cul-de-sac is. We are actors working with circumstances that are actually happening to us that we make up simultaneously.
Obviously.
Well,
how
Steve,
hard is that?
That jacket might fit, according to some people, if you took off your fat suit.
I'll tell you something else. I would not be at all surprised if I stripped that fat boy down to nothing, that he might even be wearing a fat suit. They do exist. He might be a skinny guy under that. And what I would like to do is catch him in the shower.
This is clearly the best fat suit in town, and I would have had to pay who knows how much for it. I mean, I don't see any seams. Do you see any seams? But you think I'm wearing a fat suit.
I'm alleging, and I may or may not be right.
You think I'm taking kung fu classes with Rick and I wear a fat suit?
I don't know that would be completely off the mark for somebody to have that assumption, Steve, because based on some of the other, how shall we say it, inconsistencies that we've seen in your performance, why would it not be likely that you'd be wearing
I'm playing a guy married
suit?
to her and I'd walk around in a fat suit? She'd leave me like that if she thought I was a fake fat.
Unless, of course, she has some kind of a
fatty fetish.
You know, you're coming at this thing and it's like, I'll be the fat guy. You know, we always need a fat guy. Maybe not. You know, or if you're going to be the fat guy, own it, Steve. Own it. You're the fat fuck. Okay? You're the fat fuck. You're the fatty two pants.
Every time somebody brings up David Waterman, I get that feeling that, because fuck that guy, man. I heard what he said, calling me fat. Guess what? I'm fat, bro. Big fucking deal. I'm fat. You're an asshole. I can lose weight.
Now, what about these allegations from a certain cast member?
Paul?
No. Fuck Paul.
Roger?
That claims Roger's dead.
Not dead.
See, I don't know what to believe from you fucking guys. Roger's alive, he's dead. Paul's Spencer, Spencer's Paul.
Paul's dead. I can't 100% guarantee it, but that's what I'm hearing, man. I'm hearing Roger's dead. You know, I'm hearing that him being off painting and enjoying his artistic life is a fucking bullshit. And most of the people I'm hearing the enjoying it from are fucking David and Jason.
What is this claims of? Who is this
Seafood Rick?
Jason White person you keep on pointing blame at anyhow? You said he was involved in your termination from the show?
Yeah, with the eye patch.
Patchy. Igor. From Ghostbusters.
All of a sudden I start hearing his name and I stop hearing from any of you.
Jason is a consultant, and Jason's input is welcome on Cul-de-sac, and I brought Jason in because we are now moving into the next level. We are looking for distribution. We are looking to...
Jason White lied to me about being a producer, and he is just some sort of like consultant who's trying to finagle his way in to being one of the stars of this fucking show, telling me that I'm fired.
I have every authority to do anything, but I don't recall firing Big Steve. I think I told him just to get out of my face for the rest of my life. If he took that the wrong way, I'm not sure.
Fuck you, Jason White.
And Jason's word does not go beyond my own word. And so at this point in time, what Jason has said, while it is relevant, it is not cast in stone.
And I think those two motherfuckers have everything to do with the whereabouts of Roger Cabler. And I think they have everything to do with the questionable whereabouts of Paul, Spencer, whatever the fuck he wants to be called. Because bottom line is, he's a human being. And if one of those two assholes come after this human being...
Do I know this Jason person?
You have met Jason, but as is the case with your newfound lost friend, companion, John Barleycorn, your meetings with Jason in which you were the one who greenlit Steve's expulsion from the show happened to have happened in a blackout. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to sugarcoat what's going on here anymore.
What I learned about this was that producer Jason White, Cyclops extraordinaire, doesn't have a fucking thing to do with the decisions that get made on that show.
It's true. I've signed various documents and agreements and contracts with Jason White, but I was fucked up. And anyone who has a concept of basic law understands that anyone who signs such an agreement or documentation while they're under the influence or not right in the state of mind, that contract isn't valid. So it doesn't matter what I signed or what I promised or what I said, be it verbal or on paper. I was fucking high or drunk or both, and it doesn't make that agreement valid.
Sorry. The contracts that Mark Rossella signed are legal and binding. He did not appear to be drunk or stoned or under the weather or anything. He was a perfectly normal, fine human being. I mean, at that time. On the set, it's a different story.
Jason,
And I think that's code that Jason wants me off the show.
It might be code, because everything in the show is subject to an either-or scenario. And we need to know which side of the fence you're playing. Are you auditioning in character, or are you auditioning in Steve?
Fuck you, Dave Waterman. Fuck you, Jason White. And if you two try to fuck me, it's hunting season.
I want to be on the show.
You're on the show, Steve.
But I heard a whisper.
I will keep my sandwich fresh and refrigerated even as I am fresh and refrigerated. We will be as one before God. I swear this creed. My sandwich and I will be the defenders of my country. We are the masters of our enemy. We are the saviors of my life. So be it. Until victory is America's, and there is no enemy but peace. The psychotic break that I had in that fucking audition that day was fucking Dave's idea. Mark wanted me to play with this fucking mop, like it was a ventriloquist dummy, a mop. Now here, hey Mop Top, what did the chicken do to cross the road? Oh no! Trolley pissed you off real bad, and you were just about to snap, so the chicken crossed the road. It's not what I fucking said at all. I said, what did he do to cross the road, you dick? Sorry.
This is insane.
Real sorry, Steve.
The chemistry is genius.
Steve is such a weirdo. It's like, Steve is just king creepy.
You guys have pissed Steve off real bad. And he's not entirely sure if he's coming back to the show. As you can see, his ventriloquism isn't what it used to be. You seem to have scared him into some sort of deranged state. And now, it is only I, not Top. I hope you're happy. Anything else?
Thank you, Steve.
No, that was
Thanks, Mop. Thanks, Moppy.
Was Steve Moulton acting? Was he?
I think they'll keep Steve on just because, like, he just kind of fills that area of comedy where you just kind of just need that big gargantuan of a person on set. Gargantuans are hilarious, and he's kind of gargantuan.